What's up, everybody? Welcome to In Love with Horror. I'm AJ.
And I'm Christy.
And y'all, this is our 2024 horror ranked so far. So this is our top 10 horror so far for the year. We were trying to do this at the halfway point. We actually did it over on TikTok back maybe like 2 months ago, a month or two ago.
Yeah, something like that.
We did a top 10, but we never made one for YouTube. So this is the top 10 so far for YouTube. And now we got a chance to include some horror movies that hadn't came out at the time that we filmed the one over on TikTok. So if you want to check out the TikTok version, go over there on our TikTok. You can see what we had a couple months ago and see how it changed compared to now. So we'll start at number 10 and then work our way from there, because you want to go from, to me, these lists are always the best to see what you got as number one.
Yeah.
You save the best for last, right? So we'll start at number 10, and we're going to South Korea, y'all, and that is with the film Exhuma. So we got that as our number 10. This is a film we both really like. If you're not familiar, it is a South Korean film that follows these like special like grave digger type exorcists, and they end up stumbling into a exorcist situation that is beyond what they expected, and they get wrapped up in a crazy ass family legacy issue. Like a whole bunch of shit goes down. It's a beautiful film.
Very beautiful.
Got some really cool like fantasy elements to it. It's creepy at times too. This is a dope film. Definitely check out this film if you like the horror folklore, especially from the East. You know what I'm saying? It's got a lot of inspirations from Korean and Japanese culture. That's just super dope. But this is definitely special. Check out Exhuma. I think that's over on Shudder or Prime or something like that.
I think it is on Shudder.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then we'll jump to our number 9 film, y'all, and that is The Coffee Table. Do you know what country this one's coming out of?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
We'll just add text on the screen, y'all, to let you know what country this comes out of. But The Coffee Table is another dope foreign film. Our list actually has not a whole lot, but it does have some few foreign entries, because for them foreign films we fire y'all got to start putting them subtitles on and watching these foreign films. But The Coffee Table was super special. We had watched that this year, and I think that does count as a this year release for like the West or something like that, right? Mm-hmm. But this one, it basically deals with a family who experiences a family tragedy and how they go about processing it. That's all I'm going to say on that one, because you kind of want to go in spoiler free. You want to go in blind with this one. Now, this is a film that you did not get the chance to see, so this is kind of going solely off my rating here, but it's mainly because you couldn't handle what was happening in that film, because it's not super graphic. It is graphic, but it's just the content, the material that it deals with. It's a little much. But this movie was anxiety inducing. I love the way it was paced. I love the on edgeness. You need a daggone EKG. I think I said it in the review. You need a daggone EKG watching this, because it is so anxiety inducing. But if you like films like that, you'll definitely enjoy this kind of film. If you like that style of anxious like tension, this film will be for you. Again, does deal with the kind of touchy subject involving family and kids and stuff like that. So just fair warning, if you're going to go into this one, be ready.
Number 8 is Infested, and I do believe this one is French. And it's all about these young kids, teenagers, trying to survive an infestation of some kind. I do really, really like this movie. This one, AJ didn't watch. I watched this one. I do believe this one's on Shudder as well. But yeah, it was really good. Great performances. Also another one that was very well shot. I do believe the director of this is directing another, like an Evil Dead or something like that.
Okay.
Upcoming. But anyways, great directing. Great music. It's just a really good movie. You need to watch it because it's really good.
Yeah.
The use of the like effects and stuff like that were all well done. So this was a good one.
Okay, yeah. Definitely gotta check that one out. Jumping to our number 7, y'all, we got Winnie the Pooh, Blood Honey 2. This was a massive surprise for us, considering the first one was pretty rough. But this is definitely one of those examples of the first film being like the prototype, so they can get the budgeting. And now they're going all out with the sequel.
They used it very well.
Yeah, the sequel is fire. They Where this film has a way deeper story. We get a lot more.
I really love the story with this one.
Yeah, the story worked really good. We got a lot deeper lore. We got the characters just doing a lot. Even the villain characters having more to say, more to do, and it made it very interesting. I almost felt like a 90s film, and some of the aspects of how they treat their villains and tell the villain story, and even cut into the villains to kind of have them do like dialogue hype pieces with each other type shit. This is the kind of horror film that's just a fun, good time, great special effects. The kills are over the top. Tigger was going ham in this film.
He was,
and you could feel the inspirations from 80s and 90s horror throughout the entire project. But this one was one super surprise for us. We really liked this, so this made it number 7 on our list.
Number 6 is Late Night with the Devil. But yeah, so this one was one that we were both really anticipating coming out. So we both really enjoyed it. We were both pleasantly surprised. We both liked David Dastmalchian. I thought he was a great lead in this movie. I did like the lore for this one, but I guess I just really want a little bit more. I guess I didn't pack that punch with that part that I would have liked, but all of the like effects, the way they filmed it, because it's kind of like in like not really found footage, but like there's some like behind, style. There's some like behind the scenes and stuff like that. Though, and I say it's not really found footage because like even those behind the scenes things, someone else was filming it. It wasn't like a person's POV. So like, but anyways, very very unique aspects in the film, and I just really like the performances and this me, it was a good one.
Late Night Devil is excellent. I think I'm higher on it than you are with. For Late Night with the Devil, and so that's a good point to preface that this is like our averages for these films.
Yeah, we mix our add our.
Yeah, we average our scores to give like a final In Love with Horror score. So,
well, why would you be higher on that one compared to the other films that are above it right now?
Oh, Late Night with the Devil is excellent.
Okay, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, Late Night with the Devil to me is amazing.
I think it's good.
I don't think there was a single thing about Late Night with the Devil.
I think you need to watch it again.
That I like really, I would say extremely disliked. I was very high on it. I think you need
to watch it again.
You watched? Oh, you rewatched it?
No, but I just think you need to watch it again.
You think so?
Again.
Yeah, because I was pretty high on it. I feel like even when we go back to our review, which I think for all these films, well, not all of them, but a good portion of these, we do have individual reviews on our channel, but I do remember coming out of that in our review and being pretty high on this.
I know. I just think you need to rewatch it.
All right, y'all. So we're going into our top 5 now. So this is where shit gets real, right? This is the top 5 horror films for us for 2024, and it's kind of
so far.
And so far, and this is kind of interesting one because we got number 5, and I think I'm the reverse of you. With Late Night with the Devil.
Okay, so
you're higher. So our number 5, y'all, is Longlegs. And you're higher on it than I am. And so like we're inversed with Late Night with the Devil.
What was your score for Longlegs?
Remember if you go back to my review that I did for Longlegs, because remember I did that one by myself. I said 3.5 to 4.
And we gave it 4.
I said 3.5 to 4 because I couldn't pick.
Okay. So would you have rather had 3.5?
Well, that's why I said 3.5 to 4, meaning that I'm falling somewhere in that range. Okay. After sitting on it and watching other films, I'm leaning more towards the 3.5 side.
Okay, I actually would be okay with that.
Oh well,
I thought you were.
We might need to rearrange our shit then.
Okay, well, we might need to rearrange our Late Night with Devil and Longlegs, but for now we have it at a number 5. Go ahead.
Oh well, yeah. So you're not familiar with Longlegs, which I'd be surprised.
I know everybody's talking about Longlegs.
The marketing for this was insane.
Yeah.
But of course, it follows a FBI agent who is, using a bunch of using a bunch of clues to try to track down a occult serial killer played by Nicolas Cage. And this is one that I think one of the biggest downfalls for me was just a little bit overhyped. And don't get me wrong. I still think it's a good movie, but I just don't think it's great. There's a couple issues that I had with it, but that's not to say that it's better than a lot of things we watched this year. But I just think that some of the elements could have been done better, and I wish they would have went harder with certain elements.
I mean, there were some really good moments in this.
Yeah, there was good moments. Like 100%.
I mean, shocking moments, things I didn't see coming.
Mm-hmm.
It is also a very well shot film.
It was beautiful. Beautiful movie.
Yeah, very, very well shot. But I agree, like I do feel like, I mean, the marketing did its job, which the marketing is supposed to get you to go see the movie, and that's exactly what it did. It made everybody flock to the theater to see it. But yeah, and I think that's just on us. You know, we took it as to say, okay, then this must be really, really good.
Yeah, but I think the marketing was reinforced by people also seeing it early, just hyping it up to a new, to a different level.
That's true.
So like you can't help but be like, okay, so the marketing saying is this. All these reviews, these early screenings are saying this. It's like, okay, so it must be this. And then you watch it, you're like, oh, it's not that. It's not the greatest horror movie in decades and all the extra shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we're just going to stop listening to all that stuff. Like, we know better. And we just.
Well, because sometimes they're right. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you do get movies where they be like, oh, this shit is amazing. It's like, yeah, this shit is amazing. You know what I'm saying? So. But so that's Longlegs, y'all. That's a number 5, which sounds like it might end up getting switched to number 6.
It probably will be. Yeah.
But now we're jumping to our top 4. So number 4, we got Oddity. This is a film we haven't watched
I haven't got to see it yet.
But I have seen it. You'll see my review. That's up on the channel. One of the questions that was posed with this film was, is it better than Longlegs? So if you're not familiar with Oddity, which you might not be because it did not have nowhere near the marketing of Longlegs.
Which is super sad.
Yeah, which is unfortunate because this is a really good movie. It knows exactly what it is. It's short and sweet. It's, it fully goes into it's the angle that it's presenting. You know what I'm saying? It's like nice, basic, simple premise. You know what you're getting. You get what you get. The jump scares aren't cheap. Everything is creepy. The performances are great. And I can't stress enough, the simplified story just works so well for this movie. Mm-hmm. And they execute it really good. Yeah. Shot well, great audio, creepy moments. This is just like a nice package horror film. I can't wait for you to watch it. I think you will like this. And honestly, I actually liked it better than Longlegs because it knew exactly what it was and it went full on with exactly what it was and executed it, to me, damn near flawlessly. Not to say that it's perfect, but it's really great. Go check out Oddity, support that film. It's a small indie film, but they did a great job with that. All right, y'all. Top 3. This is it. The big 3 so far, 2024. So I think this is one that's going to surprise a lot of people because I feel like some people were mixed on this movie, but we really liked it. And that's A Quiet Place Day 1. That's number 3 for us right now. We really like it. I love this movie. So if you're not familiar with A Quiet Place Day 1, of course, it is the prequel film to the A Quiet Place franchise where you're basically seeing day 0 where the aliens are arriving on Earth and they are wreaking havoc on New York. And, we follow mainly Lupita Nyong'o's character as she's trying to figure out how to survive this new threat that just went ham on Earth. And it's, I think a lot of people expect this film just to be straight spectacle, which those moments are there. But the film also had a lot of heart, very emotional storyline, a very relatable storyline. I know you was even, tearing up.
I was in tears. Yeah. It was very, very effective. I do wish there was a little bit more spectacle. Mm-hmm. But just because of how grounded and genuine and raw everything was, it kind of like was okay that there wasn't a lot of spectacle to me.
Yeah, it actually worked, I think, in the favor of this movie. Mm-hmm. To just be a more personable story than I was expecting. And I was really surprised and it worked really good. Yes. And I thought this was just another great entry into the A Quiet Place franchise. They're 3 for 3 now in my book. Mm-hmm. But A Quiet Place Day 1, that's our number 3, y'all. So jumping over to number 2, we got another film I think will surprise people, especially if you've never watched our TikTok video. And this is another film that I think was also a mixed bag earlier in the year. This is a film that came out back, I think, February. Yeah. But it's still resonating with us to this day. And that is the film Out of Darkness.
I don't think a lot of people watch this movie either.
Yeah.
Probably even less than Oddity. Because no one ever talks about it. It's not on anybody's list. I don't see anybody doing any content around this movie whatsoever. But yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, this is a dope film, y'all. If you're not familiar with Out of Darkness, it follows I believe they're in North America, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if it ever states specifically,
I'm
but
pretty sure it is.
if I was just this indigenous tribe in North America, it's like Stone Age era essentially, and there's a small group of a family that kind of I don't remember exactly if it explains what happened and why they're separated from the tribe.
No, it doesn't really explain.
But basically, they kind of
of
set out to find new land for their family, and in the process of making this journey, they encounter this almost like mythical threat, and they got to like survive the night, essentially survive the darkness. And this was just a surprising film.
This was
really
good.
well.
It had really good performances.
Yeah.
I also thought this one looked really good.
Yeah,
as
shot
well.
great. Yep. Creepy, great audio. They used, they hired that linguist to create a language for this film.
They did.
And so it's a subtitled movie, but it worked
and a
really
good story.
Yeah, the story was dope. Twists and turns that I wasn't expecting. And I love like you said, beautiful movie. There's a couple scenes that were shot really well. They created some
good.
incredible tension.
Man, the cinema, the movements of like the camera.
Oh, yeah, like the transitions.
The transitions, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, Out of Darkness is really good, y'all. Check that one out. I'm not sure where that's streaming at, but definitely go look for Out of Darkness. That is an incredible film. That is our number 2 film of the year so far. We're horror film of the year so far. All right, y'all. So that brings us to number 1. The best so far in our book. Well, actually, before I jump into that, we want to do some honorable mentions.
We can do honorable mentions. Yeah.
So I figured we can go to add in 4 extra honorable mentions. So this would be our ranks of 11, 12, 13, and 14 on our 2024 horror ranking list so far. And also, we have this list over on Letterboxd. So if you want to
follow us on Letterboxd.
Yeah, follow us on Letterboxd. We got these films all lined up in a nice, dope 2024 horror ranked list.
We have 37 films on our list.
Yep.
That we've seen this year, so you can see our full ranking of what we've seen so far, and what's to come, because there are movies that are obviously coming out.
Yep. So starting with our first honorable mention, starting at number 14, is Frogman.
Yes.
This was a super
Frogman fucks.
Yeah, Frogman does fuck. If you've seen the film, you know what we're talking about. This was a super dope indie film, y'all. It was super surprising to me how well made this was.
Yeah, it was good.
Definitely, super indie. I'm talking about lower budget, but you can't tell. Like the special effects look amazing. It looked like they even had some practical special effects that looked really good. I think they already announced that a sequel was coming. This is it's a dope found footage creature feature where basically this filmmaker filmed the only known footage of Frogman, which is like this cryptid that is lives out in this forest, and I forgot what the state was, but no one believes him that the footage is real. So then he decides to set out with his friends to make like a little documentary type film and try to find this legendary Frogman, and shit gets crazy. And one thing we always say with found footage films, it's all about the payoff, and the payoff in this movie is so dope, y'all. So check out Frogman. You want to do the next honorable mention?
Number 13 is Watchers, which is all about these people who are in the woods somewhere that can't really leave because of something that is also in the woods. This was Ashana.
Yeah, that's what I was going to check on that.
Shyamalan's.
Yeah.
Is it? Okay. Yeah, Shauna Night Shyamalan's directorial debut.
Yep.
And we really liked this movie. I thought the performances were pretty good. I obviously liked the story. I read the book. It was pretty good. Also one that was really, really well shot. Her technical aspects when it comes to cinematography and direction, she got that down pat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this was a good one.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, this movie was great. I don't really have any things to add. I think this is one that also people didn't really like, but we liked it.
We did. Mm-hmm.
So we had to include it in the honorable mention. You want to do the next one?
Number 12 is Abigail. I'm guessing you want to do number 11.
Oh, I do.
Okay. Number 12 is Abigail, coming from Radio Silence. If you're not familiar, which I'm pretty sure everyone is about a little girl vampire, which we've seen in the trailers.
A ballerina vampire.
This group of people do a heist. They kidnap her and hold her for ransom, and they find out that she's a vampire, and they have to survive. Survive her. This was fun, super funny. Great balance of like that horror and comedy. Really good moments, good performances, very good character development. Just likable characters all around. Great practical effects.
Yeah, it was
lots
really
of
good.
blood, lots of gore.
A lot of blood.
It was great. Radio Silence did a great job with that one.
Yeah, I agree fully. I think one of the key things with this was the great balance of horror and comedy.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the comedy doesn't really work sometimes with these horror comedies, and this one worked really good. There's some great jokes. And just an overall good vibe and tone.
It was fun. It was a fun movie.
It's a fun movie. Yep. All right, so jumping to our last honorable mention. She was laughing because I want to do this one because I really like this movie a lot. In fact, this might even be if we do our own personal list, this shit might be my top 5. Not even gonna bullshit.
Well, we can do our own personal lists,
Yeah, we might have to at some point. We gotta see
maybe
that's
2025.
Yeah, but we gotta see if that's what people want. But we can do it. We could do that for sure. Because Disappear Completely, y'all. This is a film I really liked a lot. Like, man, you're talking about one of those moments where you watch a film that like inspires you. Be like, damn. Like, I want to make my own fucking movie. This movie inspired me so much. I was like, I want to go shoot my own shit.
Okay, well, let's watch it again. So you can be inspired again.
Like, it was just, the movie is gorgeous. Yeah. Like, it is shot, like, it is just a beautiful movie, y'all. It's shot in that full screen, and it's handled so well. Even like the composition of the shots, the coloring, and they do all these unique things with the senses and how it applies to the technical aspects of the movie itself. But it follows a like tabloid journalist who takes photos for like one of those like tabloid papers, and he ends up taking photos of some shit he shouldn't have taken photos of, and then he ends up getting haunted by a witch, and shit starts happening. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I won't get into exactly what happens, but shit starts happening, and the way the film handles it is very unique in the technical aspects. But man, this film is so dope. It's also a Mexican film, so it deals with like Mexican folklore. It's just dope to see like different cultural aspects in horror films that you're just not used to seeing. And so like it's another foreign film entry that's like, yo, y'all gotta check this shit out. I know some people don't like subtitles, but you gotta get through it because you're gonna miss out on stuff like this. Disappear Completely, which is super special. That's over on Netflix. Hopefully still on Netflix by the time this comes out. But at least for now, it's on Netflix. So check out Disappear Completely. That is our last honorable mention, y'all. And now we can go back to our number 1 horror film of 2024 so far. Because it could change. You know what I'm saying? Shit could shift at any moment. Something could drop. We don't know. We might go watch Trap and be like, damn, this is the best shit this year.
I don't know about that.
I mean,
you never know. I'm feeling hopeful about Alien Romulus, though.
Oh, yeah, or Alien Romulus. Yeah, that can come out. Or even Terrifier 3 can come out and be like, damn, this is the greatest shit ever.
Nosferatu is coming out, too,
You see what I'm saying? So, like, this shit could change, man, like on a drop of a hat.
But right now.
Yep. So, right now, our number 1 of horror so far, 2024. The First Omen.
I'm sure people will hate on us, but I don't really care.
I don't care.
I give no F's. I love this movie.
It was amazing.
So much. Like, obviously, the performances were excellent, top tier performances. I think it's scary. It felt like a horror movie.
It felt like a true horror film.
Is one of the things that I really loved about it. It freaked me out. It was kind of creepy and scary and gave me goosebumps.
It was a freaky ass movie.
It had some really good scenes. That had like those moments where you're just like hiding.
Yeah, it's like uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable.
This, and like you said, I think the biggest thing was this movie came out, I think, in April.
Yes.
And it was the first movie we watched of the year. It was like, whoa, this is a fucking horror movie.
Yeah.
Through and through on all it's firing on all cylinders. The performances are amazing. It's a beautiful film. The audio is creepy. Like the atmosphere is creepy. Like it's mysterious. It's devilish. It's nightmarish, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just uncomfortable to watch. And there's some crazy ass scenes. I'm sure y'all heard about the stories about it. The almost getting NC-17 rating and shit like that. Like the movie's just crazy.
It's crazy.
And
we both really like The Omen.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's very rare for there to be like a prequel to a movie, especially such a large like IP, and it'd be good. Yeah. So this one was like blowing out our expectations, I think. For me, it did anyway.
And it tied into the franchise really well. For me, I think it worked so good.
I think so.
And once I like it, as the movie was going, I was making the connections. I think I told you, I was like, oh, that's da 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 da. And I'm like, oh shit, this is hard. You know what I'm saying? So it worked for us, y'all. I know some people aren't on it, but that's the beauty of our channel. Like, we don't bandwagon shit. We give you our honest, real opinions on this, which I think is important. So, but
also the first Omen have a whole lot to say too. Like,
true,
from just being a real scary horror movie, it also had some really good social commentary, which I also liked and identified with and connected with. It's just a really good movie. It's hard.
I still make the argument that the first Omen had one of the best horror trailers I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was a good ass trailer.
That trailer was like, even every time we saw it in the theaters, I was like, this trailer's amazing. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a trailer that good for a film.
It was good.
And then it actually lived up to the vibes of that trailer.
Key right there.
That music was just so haunting. The deciding to play it in reverse. It was just, that trailer was amazing. Like, that shit got under your skin just like the film did.
Yeah, it did.
But yeah, y'all, number one for us is the first Omen.
Yeah.
Now look, y'all, that is our basically top 14, because we gave you 4 honorable mentions beyond our top 10. But our top 10 horror films of 2024 so far. I'm curious to hear what y'all got to say about this top 10 list, because I know it's going to be some mixed opinions on some of this shit. Y'all going to be like, I can't believe y'all put First Omen as number 1. Yeah, motherfucker, we did. Like, we really liked it. You know what I'm saying?
I was going to say we could talk about our most anticipated, but I think we've already said that. We're definitely most anticipating.
Yeah, that's
Alien Romulus.
Yeah.
Nosferatu.
And Terrifier 3.
That's for you. Terrifier 3 for you.
Oh, you're not? Oh, okay. I thought you were hyped on that one. You're not really hyped on that
one. It's not like my most anticipated.
I just want to see shit get fucked up.
I know you do. That's all
I really want to see.
I bet.
But no, you're right. Alien Romulus right now is like the one that I'm really like keen on seeing. Every time more information drops on that. The last trailer put out was amazing.
Surprise for you. Speak no evil. I've heard really good things about that movie.
Oh, from multiple people.
A lot of people who've seen it already said it's really good. Now, I remember that first one I saw.
Yeah, you showed me that already.
There's been multiple saying since then that it's really good.
They said about Longlegs, and I was like, man, y'all tripping.
I think because they changed the third act. I think that's what makes it better.
Yeah, because in the original film,
yeah, right.
Them parents was the dumbest parents I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, so it looks like the third act.
They're going, because they're going more like fight for survival mode. They're like actual parents, where it's like, you trying to take my, I'm gonna fuck you up. You know what I'm saying?
So now Speak No Evil is on my list as like, I'm not saying most anticipated, but it's like, okay, I got my eye on that type one.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I'm curious to see. But I ain't gonna buy into the shit.
It's really hard not to, you know?
It is. I'm trying to tell you, like, because you're always hopeful a film will meet those expectations.
To do good. Yeah,
you always want it to do good. But look, y'all let us know down in the comments, what is your top 10 horror films of 2024 so far? There's been a lot of great and bad. I'm curious to see if any of our top 10 make it on your list as well. So go down in the comments, go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and name your films.
Yes, I want to see.
We want to discuss that in the comments. So y'all.
Also note, we have not seen every single horror movie that's come out. No. This only the movies that we have seen. So there's a lot that we might not have on our list, and you'd be like, why? But we just ain't seen that one yet.
Y'all know it's a lot of content out here, and we watch things outside of horror, and so there's just so much content, y'all. Yes. It's hard to keep up sometimes, but we try to at least watch the main entries the best that we can. But so that I'm glad you made that caveat. It's like, I know we ain't seen everything, so you'd be like, why? Like you said, why isn't that on the list? I was about to.
I'm so sorry, baby.
Threw me off.
Sorry about that.
I can't remember what. I was gonna say Spotify. If you're listening over on Spotify, they got comments now, so you can
comment your stuff on.
Yep.
there.
So you can do your top 10 right over on Spotify too. So to all that being said, thank y'all so much for tuning in to this top 10.
My baby tired.
This top 10 list, y'all, on podcast. If you're just doing audio listening, if you're on the YouTube watching the video, appreciate y'all tuning in.
Thank you.
Make sure you give it the thumbs up because that helps with the algorithm. Drop the comments so we get the engagement. And of course, subscribe to stay tuned in to all things horror. We out. We see you in the next one. Peace.